This is podcast number 8. I'm your host, Jesus, with my boy. In this podcast, pretty much weekly, we discuss the most important news in gaming. We have a few topics to discuss this week, so let's get it started. The first topic of the week, well, before all that, I forgot. The first thing we always discuss is what we've been playing. So, Jason, what have you been playing lately?
I'm still keeping it with Final Fantasy, but so far
Is there anything that you played in Final Fantasy you would like to talk about?
Other than trying to get used to a lot of the Stormblood content, like 4.5, because a lot of that stuff is long. Of course, again, it's a MMO, and it takes a lot of grinding time to get what you want. But I did show my boy Jesus last week. Splinter is coming out.
Yeah, you did.
We are definitely getting Jennifer along with 2 new classes and 2 new races. The classes are going to be the Gunbreaker and the Dancer. The races is going to be like a regular line race and then body race. But the catch to that is they are gender-based, where the male can only select the line but not the body, whereas the females can select the body but not the line.
Yeah, which, by the way, when you showed them to me, they look fucking badass.
They did.
Yeah,
When I first saw them, I was like, wow.
Yeah, I love the character design and the weapons. Like, the whole look of it looks really fucking awesome. It doesn't look like, particularly like Final Fantasy people would think it would look.
Right.
So that's about everything you want to discuss for Final Fantasy, or anything else you want to add to it?
Nothing really, but personally, I am looking forward to Gunbreaker class.
Okay. Are there any games coming up? We will have a topic to discuss that, but any games that are coming up that you're definitely buying or thinking about buying?
I know you put a list up there.
It's one of the topics also, so I will definitely be bringing it up, so you'll be more in depth about it.
I haven't had a chance to fully watch or check the list, but a couple of them did look pretty interesting. When I do get a chance to fully check them, I will be updating on that and letting everyone know what I'm getting.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the topics this week, so I'll let you know what games are still coming out in April. Well, as for me, I've been playing not too much. Today is really the day that I play the most. I played a game called Ghost of Tale, and I did upload a video of it on our YouTube channel, and it is a stealth game, as you would expect, like straight up stealth. You play as this little mice. Your enemies are big rats that are really menacing. They wear armor and they have weapons. You yourself only have your your wits. You could hide in empty like containers and drawers, underneath the bed, underneath the table, and your only offense, pretty much from what I played, you could get a bottle and throw it at a rat, and it knocks them out for a little bit, and then you can steal their keys or steal anything they're carrying. But that's pretty much all you can do so far with what I've found. Like a bottle, like a stick. You have these two rocks that you could hit against each other. Like if you're near a candle, you could light it up. The stick is very useful because you could throw the stick not only at an enemy to knock them out, but also if there's like a key up in a high ledge, you could either grab like a stool and bring it up to that area and go up there and grab it, or you could throw the stick at the key and it will fall. And the game is really fucking awesome. It's one of the best games I played this year. It's on my top 10 definitely. And it's not really pricey from what I remember. I got it on sale, but it's definitely not more than $30. And if you love stealth games, you're gonna love this game. Check out the video on our YouTube channel. I uploaded only one video of it so people could check it out. And pretty much it's a story of this mice trying to find his wife, which got stolen from him, or something happened to her. He's trying to find her. And you go through these areas filled with these menacing rats that are really tall, really menacing. Like the sound design in this game is really fucking amazing. It sounds incredible, and it should be nominated for Sound Design of the Year. So if you like stealth games, I definitely highly recommend it. It's one of the best stealth games I've played since Metal Gear Solid. And it's really stealth. Like, I haven't found any weapons to really kill the rats or take them out completely. All you could do is just use your wits, run away, hide, and use whatever little items you have just to knock them out. That's one of the games I played. The other game I played today for the first time is Devil May Cry 5. And all I gotta say about Devil May Cry 5 is that if you're a fan of the Devil May Cry series, this is a return form to the Devil May Cry that we know and love. It is a blast to play. It runs super smooth. The graphics look really nice. The combat, then very effective, responsive. There's already like I'm only like an hour and a half in, and there's already a lot of variety in the enemies. And it reminds me of Devil May Cry 1, Devil May Cry 3, the two best Devil May Cries in my opinion. So if you love the Devil May Cry franchise, I highly recommend Devil May Cry 5. It is also going on my top 10 games of the year, along with Resident Evil 2, which I didn't play enough of yet, but Capcom is doing an amazing job. Do you have any questions about these two games, bro? Oh, they're killing it. They're doing amazingly incredible, and I can't wait for what they do next year. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to add to Devil May Cry. I mean, the only difference is the devil triggers, which Nero, since you don't have an arm, you just pick them up from the ground, and they basically have different form of attacks. Once you use them, they cycle to the next devil trigger you picked up, and they disappear. So it's just a one-time use only. And there's also like a button, I think it's L1, where if you just want to explode the devil trigger and cause damage around the enemies, you can just explode it and it disappears. Like, you don't get to use it no more. That's about like the only difference I noticed. in this Devil May Cry so far. It is a blast to play, and if you've been missing these type of games, I highly recommend these two games, super highly.
Definitely, like my voice said, Devil May Cry 5 sounds that good. Definitely recommend it because it sounds pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, it is.
I may have to get it myself.
Oh, I mean, if you're a fan of the Devil May Cry series and you play Devil May Cry 1 and that's your favorite, or Devil May Cry 3 is your favorite, or even if you like DMC, the one by I forgot the name of the company. I forgot, but they did Heavenly Sword, and they did Enslaved, another game that I love. I forgot the name of the company though, but it got acquired by Xbox. But if you're a fan of those Devil May Cries that I just mentioned, bro, I highly recommend it. Like, it's a blast to play. I couldn't stop playing it. It's still playing as we're doing the podcast. I just left the screen, like, you just see Nero there standing, like he's just chilling, you know? Like, it's a blast. So now we'll go on to the first topic of the week. Mortal Kombat 11, NetherRealm Studios once again have announced another new character. Actually not him, because he's a pre-order bonus.
That was Shao Kahn, that was the pre-order bonus.
Oh, Shing Tsung, you said. Shing Tsung.
Yeah.
I believe that was last week, wasn't it, bro? Or was it this week?
Was it? Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
I'm not sure. We were kind of, I know they kind of.
Yeah, but I'm glad you brought that up, though. Shing Tsung is definitely one of the new characters that got announced. But also, the one I have here for our topic is Kitana.
Yeah, Katana. Yeah, that's what I remember seeing something about it. I kind of got a little ahead of something there. But yeah, Katana was.
Yeah, so Katana's back. There's a gameplay trailer of her. She looks really, really fucking cool. She looks cooler than she'd ever looked. And she is one of my go-to characters. I love her and her sister. What's her sister's name? Melina? Okay. And on a sidebar, it appears that Mortal Kombat 11 when I have no loot boxes whatsoever, which is a great news. This is according to a rapid-fire Game Informer interview with the creator, Ed Boon. He also confirmed that while the Matrix Neo won't appear in Mortal Kombat 11, he did get dangerously close to appearing in Injustice 2. That would be fucking awesome, wouldn't it? Neo.
Yeah, if Neo they get put in Mortal Kombat, that would be mind-blowing. I would be the first to say that would be mind-blowing.
He definitely fits. Like, I could just imagine his fatality and just his moves, man. Like, the Matrix is it's a crazy movie. I love that movie. I love that all three movies.
Yeah, franchise. Yeah, Matrix was a pretty good franchise.
And also, he also confirmed there will be 25 characters at launch, with 30-something to finish. So it seems like there's gonna be a few DLC characters.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking timestamps so I can put them on the video. So the next topic. The next topic is the video game releases that are left in April. Let's talk about those, bro. Let's see what else is left in April. Okay, so the biggest releases we have is Mortal Kombat 11 and Days Gone. Also, Cuphead for Switch, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice for Switch, Final Fantasy, I believe 10 and 12 Remaster, and Final Fantasy 12 The Zodiac Age for the Switch and Xbox One. Also, SteamWorld Quest, The Hand of Gilgamesh, to Box Boy plus Box Girl. And of course, releasing this week, World War Z. Those are just a few of the games that are still left to release in April. So which ones of those I mentioned, bro, are you excited about? Okay. Me personally, I'm very excited about Days Gone. That's like the most exciting game for me for April, followed by Mortal Kombat 11. I can't wait to play that campaign. And also check out the Crypt. I always enjoy the Crypt. I wonder what they're gonna do with the Crypt this time around. And also, there's been murmurs about like a campaign mode for Mortal Kombat that is going to be similar to Deadly Alliance. Was that the name of a Mortal Kombat game? Yeah, that was the name of a Mortal Kombat game, but I'm talking about a different one. You remember that game where it was like it was two characters from Mortal Kombat, and you went through the levels fighting a whole bunch of enemies, and it wasn't a fighting game. It was more like you could say like Streets of Rage style game, like that type of game, but in an open environment. You remember that Mortal Kombat game? So there's like rumors that might be included in Mortal Kombat 11, like something similar to that. So out of these games, bro, what are you the most excited? Which ones are you definitely getting? World War Z, Mortal Kombat 11, Days Gone, the Final Fantasies. Yeah, the games left for April are, this is not the full list, but it's just a few of them, the heavy hitters. Mortal Kombat 11, Days Gone. We got Cuphead for the Switch, Hellblade for the Switch, Final Fantasy X, and it seems like 12 Remaster and Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age for the Switch and Xbox One. SteamWorld Quest, The Hand of Gilgamesh, and Box Boy plus Box Girl, and this week, World War Z. So which ones are you definitely buying, interested in, out of all of those?
Mortal Kombat, I'm definitely looking forward to.
Okay. Is it the only one out of all of those?
Aside from that, Mortal Kombat, Devil May Cry 5, and as well as Division 2. I know that's released.
What about Days Gone and World War Z? You interested in those two?
I'll have to look more into it.
Okay. So those are just some of the few games that are releasing for the rest of April. So in the comments below, to the listeners listening, post what you still want to buy this April. Now the next topic, bro, is Xbox Game Pass has announced 6 more games. Let me see. The games are as follows. April 10th, Microsoft has announced 6 more games as promised. Those include heavy hitters like Prey, Monster Hunter World, Golf Sim, do you have an Xbox One, bro?
No.
Okay. So for those that have an Xbox One, look forward to those games in April. Prey, Monster Hunter World. Let me see what else. There's a Golf Sim. There's also Resident Evil 5, The Walking Dead: A New Frontier, Life is Strange 2 Episode 2, and The Golf Club 2. Those are just some of the games announced for April for Game Pass. Game Pass is a great business model for Microsoft. They're doing an amazing job with that. Now the next topic is Ubisoft CEO. He basically explains why there's been wait for a new Splinter Cell game. Have you been looking forward to a new Splinter Cell game? You ever play those games?
I played a lot of Tom Clancy games. Some are good, some are just rather. I'll play Division, I'll play Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six, not so much as a few other branch-offs from Tom Clancy too.
No Splinter Cell though?
I have played Splinter Cell. Some of them I got into, I'm not gonna lie.
What was the last Splinter Cell game that you were into? You heard me, bro? What was the last Splinter Cell game you were into? Is your mic cutting off? We're having technical difficulties?
Yes, we are.
What's going on, bro?
No, sorry, just sort of a little mess out on Final Fantasy. I'm sorry about that. No, I'm not trying to be silent if anyone was that true.
But you heard the last question I asked you or no?
Please repeat that.
I said, what's the last Splinter Cell game that you were into? Also, it's been that long pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I played a few other Splinter Cell games also. I definitely enjoy them. I have fond memories of the first Splinter Cell. And I envied Xbox when they got that exclusive Splinter Cell. You remember? The one that, I forgot the name of it, but it was a Splinter Cell game where there was like text on the screen. It was like something I'd never seen in the game where it had like text on the walls and it would give you information as you're walking through the areas. You remember that game? So basically, he told IGN that Ubisoft won't bring back the franchise until it can do something novel with it. Not only that, but some of Ubisoft's development teams became too anxious to want to work on a new Splinter Cell game due to pressure from fans. Guillemot, I know I said that wrong, I don't know his name. They call him Guillermo? I don't know. And third, Ubisoft's other big franchises like Assassin's Creed are taking off, which has led the company to focus on them instead of Splinter Cell. And this is his quote: "When you create a game, you have to make sure you will come with something that will be different enough from what you did before. Last time we did a Splinter Cell, we had lots of pressure from all the fans saying, don't change it, don't do this, don't do that. So some of the teams were more anxious to work on the brand. Now there are some things and some people that are not looking at the brand, taking care of the brand. At one point you will see something, but I can't say more than that," he added. Also, because of Assassin's Creed and all the other brands taking off, people wanted to work on those brands more, so we had to follow what they like to do. What do you think about this, bro?
Couldn't give an honest opinion, honestly.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they're not ready to work on it. They feel the pressure from the fans. I understand.
Right.
But at least it's confirmation that expect something in the future, but not soon. So